What is going on, everybody? Come on in, man. Take a seat this Monday morning. I am live across all of my platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are on X, and we are on Twitch with that Vince Russo swagger. Come on in, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is how we get a question asked. This is how we get a comment put up on the screen. Super sticker or donation, guys. I will answer any questions, any and all questions. I duck no man or woman. Come on in, everybody. I see the room is starting to load up a little bit, and that is good. Again, if you want to ask me any questions, if you want any comments for me to read, you got to do it through a super sticker or a donation, man. I am working, guys. I am on the clock. If you are at work tonight, so am I. Come on in. Great song, man. Great song. Swerve you twice. Twist and spice. Creative control everywhere he goes. Vince Russo swagger in the Vince Russo swagger in the air, baby. Watch your step, he's got the plan. Yes, sir. Yeah. Very nice. Vince Russo swagger in the air. I asked for a little Steely Dan vibe, and I think that's exactly what I got. That boy of the wrestling crew, writing stories fresh and new. Yes, thank you very much. Courtesy of AI, the Vince Russo swagger in the air. CPB station, thank you very much, my friend, with a $2 donation. CPB is a friend from Twitch. You guys can follow me on Twitch, man. Twitch.tv/Vince Russo Live. Every Tuesday, I do a Rocky Mountain Pro watch along. If you are a subscriber, Rocky Mountain Pro is an indie promotion right here in Denver, Colorado. I write for them. I produce the vignettes. Once in a while, I will jump on color, and you guys should check it out, man. It is on YouTube, youtube.com/RMP. RMP Wrestling. Check it out. Raghav Chawla. Wow, did I butcher that name? Happy Monday, bro. Yes, I do know you better as Slushy from Twitch. Welcome, 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 my friend. But Slushy just showed you, man. That's how you could become a part of this conversation. And that's how you can leave comments. And that's how you could ask me any question you have out there. I am open and free to answer them. Super sticker or donation. If you guys are watching on Twitch, I've got my Twitch board up, so you could feel free to leave bits on Twitch. If you gift a membership or subscribe yourself, I will use that as well to allow you to ask me a question on Twitch, man. So I got one eye. I got one eye on YouTube. I got the other eye on Twitch, bro. I've got the Catman Catmandu. Is this Peter Chris? Good morning, Vince. How's it going today? I'm surprised you like The Elder. It is Peter Chris. I is my favorite track. Yeah, you know what, Catman? The Elder was probably Kiss's album that got more buried than anything else. I enjoyed The Elder, man. One of these days, I will share my college newspaper review with you. I reviewed The Elder for the college paper at Indiana State. But yeah, man, I am in the... Oh my God, Wazbreaker with a blurb. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, I was always a fan of The Elder. I'm not ashamed to say that. I know they didn't like the album Kiss. You know, they were going for that. They were going for that rock opera genre. I saw Xavier just resub. So Xavier, if you want to ask me a question on Twitch, please feel free to, and I will answer it because I just see that you subbed to my channel. Guys, you know, I did a Russo Rant last night for Patreon. So I don't want to go too heavily into it, but I'm going to throw a question out there. Catman, Hot in the Shade is my least favorite Kiss album. God, man, I have not listened to Hot in the Shade in so long, Catman. Man, I'd have to, you know, I always rank my favorite Kiss albums. I've never pulled out my worst Kiss album. And I'm sure it would be during the non-makeup stage. But I am being totally truthful to you. I have not listened to Hot in the Shade in a very, very, very long time. Guys, again, man, I am not going to answer questions in the chat unless it's a super sticker or a donation. I am on the clock, guys. So when I work, I've got to earn income because my time is valuable, as is yours. But I was talking about that sham of a fight Friday night between Mike Tyson and Paul. I'm not going to get into a rant here because I did that on my Patreon channel. By the way, man, patreon.com/Russo TWC. If you've never been a Patreon member, you can get a free week of the brand. Free. It costs you nothing. Free. Just go to patreon.com/Russo TWC. My perfect Kelly. Thank you very, very, very much for the super sticker, my friend. Very, very greatly appreciated. It was a sham of a fight, man. Listen, I am not a wrestling expert. I'm sorry, I am a wrestling expert. I am not a boxing expert by any stretch of the imagination. But it was as clear as day to anybody who watched that fight to see it was a sham, to see it was a work. 60 million people tuned into Netflix. 60 million people got ripped off. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul made a nice payday. Netflix made a boatload of money. But everybody who watched it got ripped off. No question whatsoever that the fight was a work. You can clearly see that in the way Luke Paul pulled back through the entire match. He was striking Tyson with his palm, wasn't hitting him with full blows. What a sham. What a ripoff. Everybody should be pissed off, man. You know, guys, I got to tell you, first and foremost, I am a consumer just like you. And as a consumer, I hate to be ripped off. You know, I hate to be charged, $5 for a cup of coffee. That's why when I get my coffee now, bro, it's gas station coffee. It's Quick Trip, it's Conoco, it's Murphy's, it's a Maverick. No more coffee house coffee, man. No more. Smart Mark Gaming. What's up, my friend? Love you, Vinny. The fight was nothing but a money grab. Yes. Which brings me to my question, guys. You know, I always love to have open conversation here. I always love to ponder things. You know, my question is 60 million people watch that fight. I would love to know how many of those millions of people canceled their Netflix subscription immediately after the fight. That's what I would love to know. Who canceled it after the fight because it was a sham and because they were ripped off? So now I wonder, is that going to have an effect on people that were maybe on the fence about purchasing Netflix for Monday Night Raw? Think about it, man. Think about it. If somebody purchased Netflix for the first time for that sham of a fight and they were blatantly ripped off and they know they were blatantly ripped off, are they going to be eager to give Netflix their money again? You know, what is it, bro? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is that the George Bush gimmick? That is a serious question, man. People got ripped off on Friday night. Are they going to give money to Netflix again? Everybody, man. Everybody involved in that should be ashamed of themselves. And listen, I don't got a problem, man, with Luke Paul. I don't have a problem with Mike Tyson. Guys, I say this all the time. If you can earn a good payday, get the money, man. Get the money. Get the money. Get the money. I also know Tyson, was really in need of the money. And I think Tyson walked away with $20 million. I don't blame them, man. I don't blame them, even though, this was not advertised as an exhibition and people thought they were getting a real fight. And Tyson and Paul were in on it like everybody else. However, Netflix, they were the ones that cleaned up, man. They cleaned up. They ripped off the consumer. They cleaned up. Now, I want to see if that is going to come back to bite them in the arse when it comes to Netflix. I believe the date is January 6th for WWE Raw on Netflix. What else, guys? Anything else you want to talk about? I am here. I am now. I will answer everything and anything. I fear no question. I fear nothing. I fear nothing. If I was a man to hide, I would not be out here, bro. I put myself out here live on every single platform. So again, man, through a super sticker or a donation, feel free to ask me a question. And if you are not a Patreon member, if you've never been a Patreon member, go to patreon.com/Russo TWC. So yes, it is going to be very, very interesting to see what type of a negative effect that fight is going to have as it pertains to Monday Night Raw. Bro, let's face it. Some of Logan's Paul's, whatever Paul it was, Logan, Luke, Laura, whatever Paul it is, Jake Paul, whatever. Bro, some of those punches looked as bad as Seth Rollins' punches, man. Really, they did. Mr. Perfect Kelly. Hi, Vince. Favorite memory of Kurt Henning. He's my hero. Man, I was a huge fan of Kurt Henning, Mr. Perfect. Huge fan. I was so lucky to get to work with Kurt at both TNA and both WCW. Never worked with him at the WWE. He was gone by the time I got there. But God, bro, he was awesome, man. He was absolutely awesome. And it was an honor to work with that dude, man. That was one of the passings that really, really got to me, man. That one really affected me. Never saw that one coming. But Mr. Perfect Henning was a pros pro, bro, an absolute pros pro. But you picked a great person, man, to idolize. Darius Curry, do you have any Grateful Dead records? If you guys know me, man, you know I have a vinyl collection of about 4,500 records. You should be able to see pictures of my music room. I got a whole room dedicated to all my albums. And yes, Darius, I have many Grateful Dead records. As a matter of fact, it is very difficult for me these days to find records I don't own. I am constantly on the lookout for vinyl. I'm a guy that I like to go to thrift stores a lot. I like to go to antique places. That's kind of a hobby of mine. So I am constantly on the prowl for vinyl that I don't have, but it is getting more and more difficult to be able to find it. Guys, again, man, feel free to ask me anything you want, man. It could be wrestling. It doesn't have to be wrestling. We can talk about the Survivor Series. We could talk about the baseball free agent market, whatever you'd like. But you got to respect the fact, man, that I am working right now, just like you. If you are at work, working from home, whatever the case may be, that is what I'm doing. And I do depend on your super stickers and donations to keep this train rolling. We've been doing Russo's brand now for a decade, man, a decade. Bro, do you know January is going to be 12 years? 12 years ago, I walked away from mainstream wrestling. I quit TNA 12 years ago, man. And I've been out here on my own, thanks to you good people. God bless all of you. I've been out here on my own, making a living since. Sullyman Shah. Happy Monday, Vinny Roo. Do you know how ratings will work with WWE on Netflix? Are ratings affected by streaming services? Do you know? I believe streaming services are accounted for in ratings. I believe. Now, Sully, so many things have changed from, when I was, writing television and dealing with Spike and USA and TBS and Turner. A lot has changed since then, but I do believe that ratings are counted when it comes to streaming services. So, yeah, we will keep an eye on that. But January 6th, we will see what happens. I was reading some reports today. I guess Travis Scott is going to be on that show. Bro, are people that follow Travis Scott really watching professional wrestling? I mean, that's the question you really got to ask yourself. I believe that is when Cena may start the farewell tour, from what I understand. There is no question, man. They are going to absolutely stock that show for Netflix. Again, guys, I am also on Twitch right now, Facebook, X. You could follow me on X at the Vince Russo. Follow me there. Facebook is probably the platform I am on the least. Not at all, bro. I'm not a big Facebook guy. My number one social media platform is probably X or Twitter. That is my go-to. So, guys, if you want to follow me there, it's at the Vince Russo. What else would you like to talk about this morning? I've got a few minutes left. Then I got to go record with Jonathan Coachman. Me and the coach do a free show on the front page of Sportskeeda every Monday and every Thursday, guys. You could check that out. I'm also starting a new show on Bleav, BLEAV, and that show is called Vince Russo, When My Head Explodes. You could check that out soon on Bleav. That is going to be a non-wrestling talk show. I'm going to talk about everything else on that show on Bleav but wrestling. Guys, I'm going to stay on here a few more minutes. I just want to hang out to see if anybody has any more questions. Like I said, man, I am very interested to see if that total sham, that total rip-off money grab is going to affect people that were perhaps going to subscribe for the WWE. And guys, make no bones about it. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. That's not on the WWE at all. At all, bro. It is not on the WWE. That is a Netflix. That is a Netflix deal. So I don't want anybody to think that I am tying the WWE into that problem, because I am not at all, bro. But man, those people in Netflix, bro, they might as well have just stuck their hands in your pocket and took your wallet out, man. What a sham. What a sham. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine anybody who watched that fight, anybody who watched that thought that it was legit. I can't imagine that for the life of me. But we shall see a lot of things happening in the world of professional wrestling. And guys, you know you can catch me each and every day, man. I've got two platforms, russosbrand.com, and I've got patreon.com/RussoTWC. A lot of people do the shows with me. Al Snow, Disco Inferno, Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat, EC3, Stevie Richards, the great Ben Hameen, my co-host Jeff Lane. Each and every day we are bringing you new content. Let's go to Luis Martinez here. When are we going to see Vince Russo versus Rikishi? Hell in a Cell. Hey, bro. If the money's right, Luis, I would get in a cell with Rikishi. But Rikishi kind of laid low after Jay lost that Intercontinental title in a couple of weeks. You know what I have to say about that?
No yeet. No yeet. No yeet. No yeet.
Yes. Guys, any last minute questions, man? Because I am about to wrap this up, but I always want to give you a chance to get a last question in. I will be back on Thursday, bro, with Thursday Thrash, and I will be back. I wanted to hop on here today because I had to miss Thursday's show, business meeting. Big business meeting, man. I had to leave out Wednesday night, and I came home on Thursday night, so I was not here on Thursday to do the show. My good friend Travis. What is up, Travis? Hey, Vince. Thanks for giving us another live on YouTube. What do you think about our Colorado Buffs, bro? They rolled, Travis. And if you watched my show with Coach, I gave the points. I think I gave 14 points, something like that. And I took the over. Trav. So I won on both ends. But yeah, man, Coach Prime, he's got that team cooking. Their destiny is in their hands. So we shall see. Guys, any last minute questions? Remember, I just want to tell you one more time. Guys, you got to take free in this world. When somebody tells you free, you got to take free in this world. Free. Get a free week of the brand. There's no catch. Free. Patreon.com/Russo TWC. All right, guys. I am going to wrap this up. I will be back on Thursday, 12 o'clock Eastern, with more thrashing. Take care, everybody. I want to thank all of you who gave super stickers and donations. I want to thank my boy Xavier for subbing to my Twitch channel. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.